Hello, welcome to my new video. Today I will be showing to you how to change the sign of values of a graph in Excel. So this is a simple plot obtained from Excel, and you can see this is a graph between values we call the reflection coefficient on the y-axis. The range of the values is from 0 to minus 18, and these values are negative. As you can see, the minus sign with each value, and this is on the y-axis we have a set of positive values which corresponds to the frequency in gigahertz. So this is a typical S11 characteristics of a microstrip patch antenna. So people working in antenna, they know how to plot this figure, but over here in this video we are looking to convert this minus sign into a positive sign while retaining the numerical values on the y-axis, and also we will be looking to retain the shape of the graph as it is. So once we do that in Excel, so if we convert this minus to positive, so definitely the shape of the graph will be disturbed, and we will not get this graph in its original position or in original shape. So once we work and you apply the method I am showing to you, so you can see you will be seeing that all of the minus signs have been converted into plus. Numerical values has been retained. There is no change in the numerical values on the y-axis. Also, the shape of the graph is maintained or retained as it was in the original case. So how can we do that in Excel? So first of all, if you can see, this is a set of data, two column data available to us, and if you just click on the graphs, you will see that the column A data corresponds to the frequency values on the y-axis, and the column B data, it corresponds to the values. So if I zoom it out a little bit, so you can see it corresponds to the negative values on the y-axis. So now we need to get rid of this minus sign. So definitely for that I will be using a very simple method. You can take the absolute values and you can convert this minus to a positive by writing the absolute function. But another way is to convert this to a positive value is to go to Control F, right, and you put the minus sign and you replace with the plus sign. And if you replace also, you'll be seeing that this all negative symbols or signs will be converted into a positive one. So if I do like this, so you can see it has those negative sign disappeared, and it has been done for all the entries. So we have 1000 samples and it has been done with that. So you say okay. So unfortunately, if you do like this, so logically you will lose the graph. So there the graph disappears because the data is converted into positive. Now we can see that if we can what we can do, if we click on the y-axis, go to its properties, and if you want to show the graph, the real graph now, the change graph, so I'll put 0 over here, and then if I put okay, it's for the auto, so it will take the graph as it is. So definitely this graph changes because the values of the data in the column B, it has been changed now. So this is the corresponding graph, but we can see we don't want this graph. Okay, so you want to retain the graph for some reasons, and I'll tell you in the next video why it is important to retain that graph and the values, particular the sequence of the values on the y-axis. So we want to have a graph eventually, it should look like this one. So basically for that, what will you do again? We'll open another sheet, and now I'll be working with the original data. So if you see the original data is in minus, right? So once I plot it, so I'll get this shape, right, because the minus corresponds to the data, the graph will be the same for the negative values. So if I click again over here on the y-axis and go to its properties and then go to the number format, so you can see over here, if I say this is a general or a number, right? So again you can see you would behave like the -2, -4. So this is the original format, the initial format. Now we want to convert this minus to plus. So for that I have to do some little bit of trick, and the trick is that instead of we will be looking, or we will be clicking this custom. So once this custom is clicked, so you can see we have small line of code over here, it appears. So this is quite interesting. So if I make it, like for example, if I make it a plus over here, the sign, okay, and then I add it over here, so the minus, this will appear, this piece of code over here. You can see the minus sign, only the minus signs it changed, and the rest of the numerical values in the graph itself, it retains its original shape. So this is how you can control things from here in the number, and make sure that from the number you go to the custom and you customize your graph values from here. So this is a very powerful tool, a very powerful piece of information, and hope you can apply it somewhere in your thesis or in your research. Thank you.